Hi, good morning. How are you today? I hope you feel better. This is Teacher Marvin, your English teacher. All right, so this morning is Mathematics Day. And today is Tuesday. It's 17th of August and year 2021. All right, so before we are going to start with our lesson this morning, let's have a review. Okay, anyone who can remember what we talked before in mathematics? Okay, so we are talking about how to add the numbers up to 10. And during that time, you were able to know how to add the numbers and using the sign of the addition, or shall we say plus. And of course, you will able to know what is the sign of equals. Now, and these signs are important during the operation, how to add the numbers. Okay, so let's start with our lesson this morning. So I have it here, and all right. So before anything else, I just want to say again, good morning to all of you, and thank you so much for having here. And all right, shall we start? All right, so welcome to Primary 1, the English program. And our subject this morning is mathematics. And what is our topic for today? And that is adding by using the number lines. Okay, the last meeting, you were able to know how to add the numbers from 0 to 9. And this morning, it's still the continuation of the addition, but we are going to use using the number lines. Okay, so let's do first the review again. So the last meeting, you able to know how we call this, and this is what we call addition. And during the operation, we use this and called as plus. All right, and then after that, you're able to know what is the sign of this, and this is what we called equals, right? Okay, now let's start with our lesson this morning. And then as what I have said earlier is you will be able to know how to add the numbers using the number lines. And then say for example, this one, 3 plus 4 equals 7. And for you not to confuse and easy for you to add the numbers, we will use the number lines. And this is what we call the number lines. All right. So this is a number lines from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then in the given example, we have here the 3 plus 4 equals 7. So we have here the steps from here. This is the first given number, which is 3. And this is the second given number, which is 4. So starting from 0, 1, 2, and 3, 3 stands for the first given number plus 4. So from 3 going to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is 7. That is how you will use the number lines. Okay, so I have here the example number 1. So we have here a balls. Okay, we have 2 balls plus 2 balls. that is equals. So we will use the number lines. Here is the given number, the number lines, and then we have here the different dots stands for the numbers, which are the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10 as well. So the first given number is how many balls you can see. There are 2 balls, and the second given number or object, rather I say, how many balls you can see here. We have 2 balls. All right, so let us use the number lines. So the 2 balls, 0, 1, and 2. So this is stands for here. And then another 2 balls, 1 and 2. So if we will count all together, so how many balls are there all together? So in written as like this as a number, it will be written as like this. Okay, 2 plus 2, and that is equals, again, how many balls are there together, all together? Okay, so that is equals to how many steps do we have here? So 0, 1, and 2 stands for the first object, and then 3 and 4, another 2 objects. So altogether, that is 4. So therefore, the answer must be 4. All right? Again, how many balls also get together? There are 4 balls altogether. That's right. All right. Given number 2, still using the number lines. Okay. Look at the butterflies. Let us count the numbers of butterflies later. Okay, so the first object we have here, the 3 butterflies plus another butterflies. Okay, let us use the number lines. We have here the number lines, and the given dot represent as the numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, in the first object, we have 3 butterflies. Okay, so that is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that is the numbers of butterflies in the first object. Plus the second object, we have 1, 2, and 3. Now, using the number lines, let's have another steps using the number lines. So we have here 1, 2, and 3. Now, how many butterflies all together? Again, how many butterflies all together? Now, let us write this object into a numbers. Okay, so we have here 3 plus 3 equals. Now let's count the butterflies. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now the question is, how many butterflies are all together? Again, how many butterflies are there altogether? So there are 6 butterflies altogether. Very good. How many butterflies are there together? So the answer must be there are 6 butterflies altogether. Very good. Now, given number 3. Look at the pictures. The first pictures is an apple. So let us count the number of apple. 1, 2, 3. Plus 1, 2, equals. All right. So the question is, how many apples are there altogether? Now, using the number lines, given this as a number line, and then now number shows here. So 0 up to 10. So let us count the first object and the second object using the number lines. Okay. The first object, there are 3 apples. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now, the second object, let us count here. 1 and 2. Using the number lines, it will be denoted such as like this. Now, how many apples are there altogether? Using written as the numbers such as like this. So there are 3 apples in a first object plus 2 apples in the second object. Now, the question is, how many apples are there altogether? So the answer must be, there are 5 apples altogether. Okay, again, how many apples are there altogether? So there are 5 apples altogether. You see that? Okay, next, given number 3. Let us check the numbers of birds. The first object plus the second object equals. Now let us use the number lines. And given as this, from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let us check the first object. So as you can see, there are 2 birds. Now use the number lines. So we have here. And then the second object from here, using the number lines, it starts from number 2 to number 5. Now, question, how many birds are there altogether? Again, how many birds are there altogether? Now, using this number, we can write as 2 plus 3. Now, you have an answer. Another question I mean to say is, how many birds are there altogether? So there are 5 birds altogether. Again, how many birds are there altogether? There are 5 birds altogether. All right? So that's very easy. Okay, another given number. So let us count the number of ones. So let us check the first object. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 equals. Now, let us use the number lines. And the given number, such as like this, start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, let us check the first given object. So let us count the number of ones. So there are 5 ones. So using the number lines, we can use this, okay? from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's right. And how about the second object? How many ones are there? Okay, so we have 4 ones. So if we are going to total the number of ones, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, so you have the given number lines. So the question is, how many ones are there altogether? Again, how many ones are there altogether? Okay, so given and written as the number, we will use or we will write such as like this. 5 plus 4 equals, again, 5 plus 4 equals. So the question is, how many ones are there altogether? So there are 9 ones altogether. Again, how many ones are there altogether? So there are 9 ones altogether. You see that? So that's very easy. Okay, so since you agree that it's very easy and now you know how to count the numbers, how to add the numbers using the number lines, now let's have 3 questions. Okay, are you ready? All right. Okay, given number 1, let us check the first object. The given objects are the following, such as the books. So we are going to count the number of books. Okay, so the first object is how many books plus another books, and that is equals. Now, to write the number, to count the number of the books, we will write as such as 3 plus 3 equals. So the question is, how many books are there altogether? Again, how many books are there altogether? So there are 6 books altogether. Very good. Okay, next question. Let us count the number of an apples. Again, let us count the number of an apples. The first object was given such as like this. Plus another apples equals, again, the first object, how many apples are there, plus the second object, how many apples are there, equals. So let us write the number of an apples written as like this. So the first object, we have 2 apples plus the second objects. How many apples are there? Very good. There are 3 apples. Now, how many apples are there altogether? Again, how many apples are there altogether? Very good. There are 5 apples altogether. Okay, very good. Now, the last one. Let us check and count the number of the leaf. Okay, these are the leaves. Okay, so first object was given such as like this, and then plus the second object. Let us check the number of leaves. Equals. Now, how many leaves are there altogether? And then to be written as like this, we will write as 3 plus How about the second objects? How many leaves are there? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we will write as, no, it's only 4 actually. It's not 5, but okay, let's check. 3 plus 5. So how many leaves are there altogether? So there are 8 leaves altogether. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoy with our lesson. Now, in your workbook, what you are going to do is that you have to answer and write correctly the number. Okay, so later on, I will screenshot and send it to our line group and what page you will answer. Okay, so again, this is Teacher Marvin. Thank you so much for having here. I hope you enjoy with our lesson. Sawadee Krap and bye-bye.